Bring our next passenger on board. Debbie Wright, scarred, Debbie Wright.
You were broken, bleeding, burned, beaten, or blemished. Years later, all that remains is a scar. I love scars. And as I look upon the audience tonight, well, frankly, you look concerned. Don't worry. Today, we are going to appreciate the beauty and the authenticity of our scars. A scar can be a badge of honor, a sign of survival, a lesson learned. Sometimes they're just quirky little reminders that we are all gloriously unique. These are the moments and experiences that changed us forever. Some scars signify a change for us. For example, I have scars shared by many women in this room, the dreaded stretch marks from pregnancy. And you know us women, we're so hard on ourselves about these things. Oh my gosh, I have to get the latest lotion or potion and make sure that nobody sees them. They're so embarrassing. But I just never felt that way about mine. I see mine as mommy stripes, each one proudly earned. And I would gladly take 1,000 more if it meant bringing that beautiful soul into this world. Some scars show character. I have a nephew who got into a fight at school when he was 14 with some older kid, easily twice his size. He was standing up for himself one day after being bullied repeatedly. He threw the first punch, lost the fight, had to get stitches, and ended up with a scar right here above his lip. Comes home from school a few weeks after the fight. You could tell he's upset. And you know how young men are. They don't like to talk about their feelings. So eventually I end up prying it out of him. Kids at school are making fun of him. They call him Scarface. I walked up to him and said, number one, put down the video game. Number two, look at me. Because I'm about to tell you something incredibly important. Perfection is boring. Nothing interesting about a blank canvas. Throughout this life, you will acquire scars, marks, bumps, bruises of all kinds. Each one of them is a brushstroke on your canvas. Besides, no one goes to see a movie called Unscarface. No, they go to see Scarface because it's interesting. You see, it's complexity, adversity, your triumphs, and your failures that will make up the kaleidoscope of colors on your canvas. You hold your head up high because that scar shows the world that you're not afraid to fight for what's right, even when you know you might lose. You, young man, are a masterpiece in the making. Some scars will test us. They will test our self-worth. I have an old friend, Jenny, who's always doing something cool. You know, one of those people that make you feel just perpetually lame. I'm at the movies getting extra butter on my popcorn. She's doing a decathlon. So I'm always excited to answer the phone when Jenny calls. Hey, Jenny. Jenny's been in a severe mountain biking accident. She fell right off a cliff into a shrub. Now, that shrub saved her life, but a branch went straight through her leg. Several surgeries later, she ended up with a scar from the top of her thigh to the bottom of her calf. For months, she wouldn't wear dresses or skirts. She withdrew from everything she loved. I go to check on her one day, and I will never forget when she looked at me and said, Debbie, who's going to love me? Who's going to love me with this hideous scar on my leg? The right man will love that scar because it's part of you. That scar is proof that you are a fearless adventurer. You live life full throttle, and when you do that, you are bound to get scratched up a bit. But my friend, you are no shrinking violet. Please, don't hide from life because of your scars. Later that day, I shared with her a quote from author Daniel Saint. She wore her scars like her finest attire, a stunning dress made of pure hellfire. Now that's how I want you to wear your scars. You see, there is a freedom that comes with shamelessly unveiling your scars, daring the person in front of you to see what lies just beneath the surface, challenging them to empathize with the pain, respect the strength born from struggle, and appreciate the wisdom that comes with healing. The next chance you get, I want you to shake hands with the scarred war veteran. Rejoice in life with the scarred cancer survivor. Embrace a woman or a child scarred by domestic violence. Let us seize this moment to remind the most scarred among us today. Not only are you pillars of perseverance, not only are you fierce warriors, you are undeniably beautiful, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you.
Ensign, please give them their instructions.